All right, so this is the stove after it was done. As you see, I kind of these are old school. These are old school cabinets. You know, 70s cabinets. They're those wood color grain things. I went through and I painted them. To white and black. We got a new countertop. That was black. And this was a white top before my daughter, let's see, can I do quotes in front of this? Didn't break it. Before my daughter didn't break it, putting a pan on it. So anyway, it was cracked here. You'll see some pictures. It was cracked over here. I initially, the way you lift this up is there is screws that hold it down there, and there. Once you take those screws off, this lifts up. Actually, no, sorry, it's that screw, and that screw hold it on. Those screws are part of the top. Those screws hold it on, and then it lifts up on hinges. There's hinges in here and in there, and this thing just lifts. This lifts right up. So originally, I fixed it by getting automotive mantle sealer or whatever. Something like mantle sealer or something. I put that underneath. I took down the the burners, and I put mantle sealer up on all the cracks, and that was working perfectly fine. And since it's for car mantles, it can withstand the heat that's coming from the burners. And I put those up there. And I also put I don't know if I have pictures of it. Like, I took some like electrical socket face plates. Since it's thick metal, I put that up there and then the burner onto it, holding it, so that helps support the glass. But eventually I just needed to replace it. And mostly with a glass top stove, it is not worth replacing this, because you're going to be doing, I'm going to call it sissy stuff, where you need your shit perfect. Otherwise you need to cry about stuff. So anyway, if you were to go, this stove, actually I bought this stove on clearance, I think probably like $350. If you were to just try to go buy this upper part, when you go to buy an upper part of the stove, it comes with the frame and the glass in it. Just buying this alone is probably like $300, $250, something crazy like that. So it's not worth it. So what I did is, since I wasn't in an emergency, because I was able to support the glass, and even it was just broken on this side, so you just don't use this side, you just use those three burners. So anyway, I kept an eye on eBay, and when I was doing, I was looking for this model. I couldn't find it, but I saw someone with a certain model. It wasn't even close to this model. I saw someone with a stovetop on eBay, and it kind of looked like the size I needed, and I saw that they've had it up there for like two months or more, which means they don't have a chance in hell to sell it. It's hard to sell it, because you're gonna have to find someone with the exact model. That's because that's the way people work. They need their exact model to match it. So anyway, it looked like the same size as mine. I'm not talking about this framing, I'm talking about the glass. So I asked the dude, can you measure the glass for me from edge to edge, edge to edge, corner to corner? And he measured it for me, and it came into the range that looked like it might fit in my top. And I was like, I'm just taking a guess here. I don't have your model stove. I told him which model I had. I told him I had a Kenmore or whatever. And I said, I know you have it for, I think you had it for like $150. And I was like, I'm just taking a guess here. I just want the glass off your top. I'm not going to be able to use that, and there's a good chance that it's not going to work out for me, and I'm going to lose out. I mean, will you take 100 for your top? So he said, all right, yeah, I'll take 100. So I gave him $100. He sent me his full top. I got it in. I did the old fishing line, and actually, I think I did no more than fishing line, because the stamps that hold this glass down are pretty thick. They're pretty thick, heavy duty, double-sided stuff, and they're only in like a there's like, I think there's one here, here. I think there's one in each corner, and then I think here, here, here. Like a cross, and I think there's one in each corner. It's thick double-sided tape, high heat. Well, not extremely high heat, I'll explain that in a minute. And then you have your silicone sealer. So anyway, I cut out his glass, I pulled mine out, and I put this one in, and I don't know if you could see, I turned the light on. You can see that's right to the edge there. See that? Over here is right to the edge. So it just barely fit. Over here it was perfect, and over here it was perfect. So I got lucky that it fit, because you're not going to be able to cut glass. It just fit in there. So the next thing I did was I was going to need silicone to put in here, and I was thinking, man, the stove gets pretty fucking hot. I'm going to need some high temperature silicone. So I went and I got the RTV black 600 degree. But before I bought that, I took out my heat gun and I put this burner in high heat, boiling water, and I checked it out with the heat gun. The heat gun, the glass over here was, I think, 150. Over here it was, 800 plus. But at the edges, it was like 150, 150, 150. So you didn't even need high heat silicone. But anyway, I needed black, so I got the RTV black, which is 600 or 650. I didn't do this perfect. I didn't wet my finger and get it in there perfect, but whatevs. Not a big deal. So I'll show some pics of what it looked like as I took it apart. So anyway, that's the thing to know. So when you do the double-sided tape, it doesn't really need to be high heat, because it only gets about 150 degrees at the edges. Because the way these burners work, you'll see when I have them off, they push up to the glass and they're sealed. They seal up to the glass so the heat doesn't evaporate, doesn't flow out from it. They're I don't think it's asbestos, because that's illegal. Whatever it is, that it seals it up to the glass so it holds the heat into the ring, and it doesn't seep out to the edges. Even checking it with the heat gun, I think, here's the ring. Even checking it with the heat gun, I think just about over here was only about 200 degrees. But once you get to the middle, you're at 600, 800, whatever degrees. Way the hell up there. Of course, I don't have the light, because this is a totally different model stove. I don't have a light that lights this up for hot surface. My hot surface is, these red lights. When they're hot, those red lights sit on. So I don't have that, and it's not the perfect. It just so happens that you can see that circle. It just so happens these circles are actually right on the circles. I just got lucky with that. Not that that even matters anyway, because this is black. You don't see it. You'll see when you turn this thing on high heat, you see the rings. When you turn it on, you'll see it. You'll see the redness underneath there. So that was pretty good. $100 fix on the replacement of the glass. I didn't have to buy a new stove, and I made this from white to black, so now it matches the rest of the kitchen. And I'll show some pictures of what the hell I did, I think, or whatever. I'll add them after the end of this. 444, dude. Your mom?
About what?
Your face? About how you made Chuck E. Cheese poop and pee? How you're watching Chuck E. Cheese, but you're scared as hell to see him in person. You get out of here. What is this? The Chuck E. Cheese I'm scared dance? Wah, wah, wah. Why don't you clean up this mess? We got some hearts into this one. Let's got some hearts in there. You're not gonna make it as a YouTube star, dude. Tighten that wheel, bro.
What's this?
That's another tool to tighten stuff.
How do you tighten it? You buckle it? Wait.
Something like that. Just stick it on there and you turn it till it tightens.
I'm flying and it's not listening.
I know. I think you just want to hit it. You just want to bang it, right?
What's good at bang to?
You got all these over here to bang with. Oh boy. That's the big boy. What are you going to hit? The seat? You fixing it or making it so I have to fix it? That's the ratchet.
I'm making it so you don't have to fix it.
Alright, bro. Thanks.